Today is 11/3, November 3rd, 2020, and it's a very important day in our nation. Today's election day. We probably won't know for a couple of days what the election results will be, but today is the last day for voting to occur. There's been a lot of mail-in voting done this time around because of the Wuhan flu. It'll be interesting to see exactly what happens in our country in the coming few days and the ripple effects over the coming weeks and months, and of course over the next 4 years. Today is Tuesday, and we have 3 more days left in the Fillmore house. Dad was here for the last 3 days. He helped us move a lot of stuff into our pod. It was really good to have him here for the physical support, but more importantly for the moral support. I realized yesterday that because he was here, I was able to focus more on the work that had to be done and not necessarily become too melancholic about the fact that we're moving, leaving all of our leaving so much good behind us. Now there will be a time for that, probably at some point, I imagine, but with Dad here, I was able to really focus on what we needed to focus on, which was good. Dad's encouraging, always encouraging. So I remember when Joe came, and he was in the NICU, or even before that, when Kate was in the hospital, we knew he was going to be here soon. I remember feeling very anxious, and I just had to unplug from things emotionally because we didn't exactly know what was coming, but we knew that there was going to be some hardship one way or another with what we were going to be dealing with. And I think that's the only other time where I've actually been in a similar kind of mindset to where I find myself nowadays. I could paint a picture of, ideal situations, everything working out the way that I would hope in the coming few months. And even in that scenario, we've got a lot of challenges ahead of us, a whole lot of mystery, a lot of adjustment, a lot of hardship. I look back on everything that's happened from the moment we decided to move till right now, and I think we're just about getting to the point where the real challenges are going to start happening. Right now our house is completely packed up with the exception of some furniture and some beds, a little bit of food, just the stuff we need to live on. But 90+% of our stuff is in storage in the pod, and so very soon here we're just going to be leaving and going to Gabi's and living with Gabi for 4 weeks. God willing, it's not much more than 4 weeks, but it's really going to depend on the baby and Kate's health and all that stuff. So we have a picture of what we'd like to see happen, and it could fail fantastically. or it could work out. I don't know. Um, I've been spending a lot of time just walking around outside in the yard, enjoying the view, kind of like this, and watching the birdies, watching the rabbits, enjoying watching the kids play, and it's been very comforting. I've been very grateful. I've been giving lots of thanks to God for the chance to live in the place that we've been able to live the last 7 years. The house has been a perfect place for us for this time in our lives. That time is pretty much at the end now, and we're hopeful for the coming years that we find a new home in Kuna. That, long term, that we're set up better to take care of the family out there. Short term, it's going to be very interesting. I told Dad last night before we said goodbye, he's on the airplane right now, or he's soon to be on his flight back to Florida. I told him that I feel ready enough, or I guess as ready as I can be for the next steps, the next challenges. And by ready, I mean I've been trying to stay regular in my rosaries. I've been trying to be the spiritual leader of the family, and just, helping Kate and the kids to understand the spiritual realities of all these things that we're going through, and all these, all of these things we're feeling, all these thoughts of, sadness and excitement and all that, anxiety. And it's, we've all been experiencing that stuff together, I think, in our own unique ways. At least Kate and Hannah and me and Abby. So, but yeah, I told Dad I'm confident that God will continue to take care of us. I'm looking forward to having a little less restriction on being able to go to Mass and visit the sacraments and all that stuff. So, not a lot to say, I guess, beyond what I've already said. I wanted to bike down here today because I've always enjoyed the end of Grand Avenue here. It was my dream for a while there to make it big somehow, buy a property out here. We're moving into a house that's even further from what I would have hoped to move to as far as location. Well, not location, but, the type of house. I would have wanted a bigger piece of land and the ability to do some light farming and things like that. Do some livestock. And we're really just moving into a smaller home, no gate, We're not moving up, in a sense. I told Dad last night that when I think about that, the fact that I'm all right with moving where we're headed, I think Tim from a few years back would have been very surprised to know that was going to be okay. But I see that Kate is excited about the home that we're moving to. And I know the kids are going to love it. And, it's got some things that need work that I can work on. So I had my own big dreams. I haven't really sold them down the river just yet, or, said this will never happen or whatever, But I don't know. To me, it's knowing that it's something that Kate wants, knowing it's something that the girls are going to love, and just what we know about the area we're moving to. That makes up for, I guess what you could say is, we're moving, it's the least escapist way to escape. kind of like we're doing. So we're not just shoving off to some remote acre of land and walling ourselves off, as I might have pictured us to do, or maybe that I wanted to do. Yeah. Anyways, I guess that's enough for now. This might be my last trip down Grand Avenue. I have a 1:30 meeting and it's got 45 minutes, so time to bike it home. Enjoy the peace and quiet. Signing off.